In a campaign in 2016, Trump promised to end wars and avoid forever conflicts, a pledge that seems at odds with the reality unfolding in Iran. He has turned his attention to a region where the United States and Israel have already waged a high-intensity conflict that has alternated between negotiation attempts and military strikes. The goal, to install regime change or halt Iran's nuclear program, has so far come unfulfilled, and newer complications have emerged, notably the bottling up of the Strait of Hormuz. A ceasefire agreement collapsed, the strait has been blocked, and U.S. policy has struggled to transform battlefield superiority into a durable political settlement. From the beginning of the post-9/11 era, presidents since Vietnam have been pulled into long-lasting engagements. The so-called global war on terror drew the United States into Afghanistan and Iraq, and both cases ended with inconclusive or costly defeats after extensive troop deployments, expense, and loss of life. Trump's own rhetoric signals a break from that tradition, yet his actions in the Middle East raised the very possibility of a new forever war. The idea of a forever war started with the attacks on September 11. Since then, powerful leaders with advanced militaries tend to fall into what Professor Lawrence Friedman calls the short war fallacy. He observed that they think they can win quickly and avert deeper consequences, while in practice the objectives require prolonged struggle. Trump, like President Putin in Ukraine, may be following that same faulty logic by underestimating the limits of military power and setting underscore defensive, culminating in a failure to see how tactical victories can translate into lasting peace. According to Ali Vaiz, director at the International Crisis Group, the Memorandum of Understanding that Trump's administration declared a success has ended up women's in the Iraq unlike as originally conceived. Both sides approached it as a continuation of fighting, not as a bridge to peace. The risk is that without a long-term strategy to create a sustainable settlement, each act of aggression creates the very environment conducive to an endless confrontation. The United States, with its resources and global reach, must recognize that each quick win is a temporary measure. Prolonged engagement becomes inevitable, and the best that the administration can aim for is a forever war. That is a sharply contradictory outcome to Trump's message that he would be a peace diplomat who would cut off all U.S. alleged operative involvement in endless fights. In sum, the Iran policy under Trump reflects all the hallmarks of what Friedman and others warn about, a temptation to believe modern technology can replace diplomacy and strategic vision. The new conflict may run the risk of plunging the U.S. into the same endless cycle, one that could define U.S. foreign policy for generations to come. Thank you for listening.